Hi everybody, I'm Dave.
I'm Daphne.
And we're here in North Carolina getting ready to start our Barndominium. We're going to take you kind of through all the details of it.
Yeah, from when we purchased the land up till the start and the breaking ground of the Barndominium.
So a lot of that will include things that you may not have thought of, logging, excavating, your septic system, your well, those kind of things. We'll kind of give you a how we did it kind of thing rather than a this is how you do it kind of deal.
Anyway. There was some things that we didn't expect that we would be doing, such as cleaning up all of the brush that was left over, the tree tops and limbs and tree stumps and everything from the lumber. We thought maybe we would be able to hire someone, but in reality, how much money that it was going to cost to do that, we determined that we would do that on our own, and it turned out to be quite the project.
Quite the project, and it was really pretty enjoyable. So talking with Brian about how all this works, because I really didn't understand.
Yes, not having ever seen this process of logging before, it was very interesting watching them and how the equipment worked.
I really didn't understand what was going to get bulldozed down, what was going to get knocked down, exactly how all this really kind of worked in real time. I mean, I'd seen properties that had been logged, and we didn't want to clear cut everything. We wanted to have some woods remaining and kind of a head start on everything growing back in. So they were real good about making that possible, and they got it all cleared out pretty quickly. They were here for about maybe 4 weeks. We logged about 10 to maybe 12 acres of land. The longer trees that they're loading, the thinner ones, they become chips. These shorter ones that are a little bigger diameter, they become like window frames and things like that they use white pine for. So they're all headed to the mill, either the chip mill or the lumber mill. This old building on the property was a basement that somebody had built 40 years ago, and the construction had fallen through, and then another person had come along and put a roof on it, and it had been a home. Not particularly a real smooth or refined home, but it was a home, and it was in disrepair. Nobody had been in it for quite a while. The roof was falling in, and animals had been in it, and there was just really no way to incorporate what was here with what was coming in. And this building as a basement was built in the hillside, so dirt came up almost 8 feet on one side. We took it all down and flattened out the land. So we're just finishing the grade down about the last foot or foot and a half. Right here is going to be our finished grade, you know, plus or minus a few inches, just to back drag it and smooth it out and kind of compact it down. So he's finishing up.
So after the grading was completed, it was time to start tackling the cleanup from the timber clearing. So we broke it down into areas and decided that we would start with the south hill first. It became obvious that we were going to need some heavy-duty equipment to be able to do the clearing and cleaning up that we wanted to do. And so Dave found a Komatsu excavator and purchased it, and my cousin Dale was able to deliver it to us and visit at the same time. After the timber crew was gone and the grading was completed, there were a lot of tree tops, limbs, and stumps to deal with. So we applied for burn permit and started stacking it up in piles and began to burn. Dave realized pretty quickly that it would be very helpful to have a thumb on the excavator.
So Daph got pretty good at running the skid steer up and down the hill with the grapple on it, and then she'd take all the piles of brush that she'd gather each pass and bring them around up top, and that's where we were burning them at, so we weren't burning down in the little canyons.
If you're interested, there's a video of Dave implementing the installation of the thumb for the Komatsu excavator, so check it out.
That square mountain in the background is Table Rock Mountain, and that view is right out our front door.
Burn pile number 2 looking good. Burn pile number 1 has a lot of stumps with dirt. Burn pile number 3 looking mighty fine. Pile numbers 4 and 5 not started yet.
Your standard Daphne pose.
That's far.
So we're going to plant a few pine trees along this hill and cover it with pine needles. Hopefully it kind of naturally grows back in, and the pine needles will help with erosion from rain. So we'd been on the list for them to come out and do our septic system for a little bit. They finally called and said, hey, we're going to be there. Man, they showed up right on time. The truck was on time. It didn't take them long at all to get that in and set, and the inspector showed up a few hours later, and they were out of here by early afternoon. These guys didn't mess around. Boy, they came in and knocked it out.
They needed it turned around the opposite direction. That's pretty handy. Just spin it around. Amazing equipment, that technology that we have. Some really nice equipment here.
So I dug the trench for the well guys to run a new line up from the well. We were really fortunate that there was already a well on the property, and the guys had come out and taken a look at it, said, you know, it was in good shape, it was a nice well, had plenty of water. So we cut a trench for them to make it up the hill, and they came in and ran the pipe and hooked everything up, put a new well pump in, and away we went.
The next phase was to start on the North Hill.
So this is what the hill looked like after the loggers had gotten done. And by the time we got around to the cleanup, a lot of weeds and small saplings had grown up through it. So here we are on another day of working, and as you look at the size of the piles, it really puts it into perspective of how much treetops and limbs and brush and everything was cleaned off of this hill. It was just overwhelming. Probably 30 stumps got pulled out of here or more, plus the ones that we bulldozed over. And just a lot of work.
Yesterday was a good day of clearing. Got 3 big piles ready for burn. And you can't tell it from this angle, but those are about 20 foot tall. Big piles today, bigger than before. Still clearing it up. Actually, we've got 3 piles. Huge piles. Trying to clear this up so we can have a trail down here and keep critters out. We've burned anywhere between 25 and 30 piles. It's looking much better down here. Trying to clean up the carnage from all of the harvesting and clearing so that we have the view of the table rock. There's the 3rd pile. The video just doesn't do it justice because these piles are about 20 feet in height or more. This hill is pretty steep. Can't tell it probably from the video, but we were concerned about erosion and also wanted to keep the weeds and stuff from growing on this hill. This is the view towards Blue Ridge Mountains and the Table Rock, and so when you look out from the outdoor seating area patio, you're going to be looking this direction, and chose to go with pine needles rather than mulch or anything. Wanted to look as close to natural as possible, and going to plant a row of wildflowers and some grass down here in the wooded area along the border of the property here, and like mountain laurel, so it'd be nice to get some more mountain laurel starts on that side. They make a nice blockage on the view down low so that you don't have to see the neighbor's property, and they don't have vision of sight up here to us either. So that's what I'm working on right now, and this is the trail for the side-by-side that we can go down this area. There was a big pine tree in the way of the path down there, so they took that out for us, but these will be the trails to be able to ride on. So Dave's up there digging the outdoor seating area for the patio, and we're going to get the pea gravel in it hopefully tomorrow. So that's where we're at.
It was so nice to be able to get the RV moved out here. We'd been staying in a park for a few weeks, and it was a real nice park, but glad to be out here where we could work and be around our stuff, and just felt a lot more comfortable. Now that we've got both gravel pads in and the RV's already moved in, it's time to move the race trailer in. It's a 48-foot Millennium, and it's a little low to the ground, and the elevation change is coming in up and down the driveway, so let's see if we can get it in without dragging. Well, that wasn't too bad. We drug a little bit, but we got it in. We hope you've enjoyed watching our video and hope you subscribe, follow along with us, and we'd sure appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. Hope to see you next time. Thanks.